Morning, quick and dirty video about my sim setup. This is DOF H3. Support is meh. Product is pretty good, but support is pretty much non-resistant. This is the force feedback yoke from FliteSim. Is it? Anyway, it's pretty good. Also, no support really. And then everything else is like the throttle quadrant from Honeycomb. And then I have some stream decks set up. So just a quick flight, and this is the G550, and really what I try to do here is try to set this up as close as to what I have in the real world. I fly a G4 right now. I am typed on the 5, but yeah, so let's do a quick flight. Just here in Memphis. All right. So our quick setup here. Our heading, takeoff set, 5,000 just set. We have our spoilers are now armed. Come up 1, we're staying up 1. Flaps to takeoff, we're in ground mode. And why am I not showing my flight plan? Let's go put departure in here. We'll do 18 right on the BB King. Carry transition. And our arrival, we'll do approach. And we'll do the RNAV 27. So now, this is X-plane, and I'm not sure if this is the airplane or if it's X-plane, but it does not do localizer only approaches. So only the ILS with glide slope. So that's why I'm using RNAV right now. So we go, we're on the brakes. Brakes are released, spoilers up. And come up. There's power. Auto throttle is on. And airspeed's alive, and would be cross-checked. It's 80, 90, V1, and rotate. Out we go. All right. Here's 400 feet, here comes gear up. And 400 feet flaps up. And then we can do flight level change, command speed, autopilot. And it's beeping at me, and it does that sometimes. So I think it's the airplane, as in like the version of this. So right now we are in heading mode, flight level change, climbing 5,000. It's climbing like a bat out of hell at 200 man speed. We can go to ribs, direct to ribs, and we can go LNAV, and it's switched over to LNAV on here as well. Now the Tobii eye tracker is okay, but it does freeze, and often I just turn it off. Because either I need it to work or I don't need it, like, it's not very reliable. All right, direct ribs, we're coming up. Ground spoilers are off, our gear is up, our flaps are up. Man speed LNAV, autopilot auto throttle are on. And also in this airplane, and I hear it's an X-plane issue, the throttle, auto throttle, is going to start hunting like that. The real airplane wouldn't do that. The real airplane would keep it pretty consistent, especially now we're level flight at 5,000 with altitude hold. So what else? I get the speed brake set up here, the flaps. I don't use the flap lever here. It's because I don't have notches in it yet. I'll work on that. All the pieces, all these aluminum pieces are from Send Cut Send. Great service. You got to design them yourself, but they're awesome. I chose not to go with VR just because I feel like I need to be able to, my buttons and my knobs easy accessible. Also, I want to be able to just jump in the sim and do a flight or two and then be done with it. The rudder pedals are the Thrustmaster rudder pedals. I'm not sure I'm a big fan. They're really soft and I can't make them any stiffer. So, super touchy. More so than the real airplane. Auto speed should take us to 250. It doesn't really matter because we got to slow down in a second anyway. But let's let her speed up. All right. And I really think that if you have a simulator and you really want to do anything jet related with autopilot, you really do need a force feedback yoke. Because when I first started, I just had like a placeholder yoke while this is coming. And the problem is that when the autopilot is on, the yoke doesn't move. So when you disconnect the autopilot and the yoke is where it's supposed to be, the airplane will pitch into random places. If I disconnect it now, it really won't do much because the yoke is already where it's supposed to be. All right, let's go to man speed, 200. And I use something called Axis and O's, a software that talks between the Stream Deck and the flight simulator. That's why these buttons work, and I set them all up myself. I think there's some profiles you can download, but none of them really worked for me. So some man speed 200, our speed's coming down. And then we want to do grit, I think, at 3000. So grit 3000. So that's come down already. We'll do 1000 a minute. All right, and vertical speed down, descending at 1200, 1000, there we go. And let's go over to grit, direct to grit. And here's our turn. And our speed is 217, okay. Okay, we're at 4,000, 1,000 to go, 4,000 for 3,000. And the motion simulation I think is really helpful. It's a lot of money. I think the rig itself was at $3,800. Maybe 4,000 with shipping and all that. So it gets pretty expensive. All in all, this setup right now, as it sits here, is about $12,000 to $13,000. The computer wasn't overly expensive. It was overly expensive compared to what you can get. It was $2,000 and it has a NVIDIA 4070 Super in it. All right, here's 3,000. And we can go with flaps. Flaps 1 is set and auto speed's 180. Cool. All right, I'll do more flaps. Our next step down is going to be, I believe, 19. Oh, set that. We're still altitude hold, so it's not going to go anywhere. And then I'm going to go gear down. All right, gears down. We got 3 greens, and we are ground spoilers. Weight on wheels are all in the air. So ground spoilers are activated. And it's giving me a... There we go. And here comes crit. Oh, see, now Tobii is working again. It's great. All right, vertical speed. So we are fully configured. We got... No, we don't. There's full flaps. All right, 1,000 to go. All right, fully configured. We got full flaps, gears down. Spoilers armed. Wow, weather in Memphis right now is bad. I mean, not bad. Let's see if we pop up. All right, there's altitude hold. And then we're gonna wait until it grind, and then we'll come down to 980. Hopefully that's gonna pop us down below the layer. 1,000 to go. What else to call it? Not sure why. 980. And then we'll do a circle. So let's set this to 315. Nice grind. And let's come down. 1,200. Now we're waiting for 2.3 miles to the airport and to the threshold. $1,000 call out. Oh, I see the ground. Yep, barely. All right. It's 2.6. Let's do a turn. Heading mode. Here comes our right turn. When we see the ground, very good. And I can see the runway. All right. 273. And here's our airport. All right, we'll disconnect, take down. Oh, it's fighting against me. Yoke is, that's what I mean. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, I have no control input. Yeah, good job. So that's that. That's what I mean. The support from this, so it's connected, and autopilot is on, but it's not allowing me to control it. So, yeah, there's that. So before we crash, yeah, no joke. There we go. I mean, obviously the entire approach is messed up, but I guess that would have been a malfunction. Yeah, I know. All right. So anyway, quick demo. That would have been a decent circle, just saying. But that didn't work out. So there you have it. That's all I got right now. Sorry that didn't work out. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm still trying to figure out. And the support there just isn't there. And also with something like that, when you just can't disconnect the autopilot, I don't know if your circuit breaker is to pull. There's not much I can do. And you can't really overpower this thing. It's pretty strong. It's not like in the real airplane where I can overpower it and it'll disconnect. So yeah. And then I got the caution going on again. But there you have it. Hopefully that helps if you're thinking about getting one of these, and I'll make more of these videos. And let me know if you have any questions. That's it.